To really understand how smartShift began, it is essential to take a journey back in time. About a decade before smartShift was established, my professional story started at a Boston-based company named iCube, which was instrumental in the 90s tech scene. Our main focus at iCube was developing cutting-edge software specifically designed to transition from mainframe to client-server systems. This period was crucial as it was where the technical core team and I accumulated a wealth of experience in building transformation software. So we looked around and we found, being in Germany, that all companies had SAP. So we looked for opportunities within SAP and we found that the Unicode technology was coming around, which meant a lot of changes in the custom code of SAP software. It was a change that you could algorithmically explain, and we were able to build rules around that with our knowledge, and that's how we started to go into the SAP business. We found out that we have developed something special after doing the project with our first customers. We have actually the funny note was in the very beginning, we went to customers. We didn't have any tool in our hands. We just learned how the customer is doing those changes to their custom code manually. And we took these algorithms and wrote them into our rules. So after a while, after 2-3 projects, actually, we realized that with 20% of the effort that we have built, we could face already 80% of the problems, which was a huge benefit for the customer because they didn't have to use their own resources to doing stupid changes over and over again. So in the very beginning, after these 2-3 customers, we knew we were off to something special. And we had in mind that we actually can do a lot more than just the rules. Because in the beginning, it was just looking at some code, identifying what is wrong, coming up with the rule to do something new to it, and then generate the code again. With the complicated environments of the mainframe back then, with multiple languages, multiple databases, we knew that this is simple. But one advantage we had with SAP software was that every customer, we found the same environment. So every customer had, because they were buying the software from SAP and SAP had their rules and best practices, we had the advantage that we could repeatedly become better and better and better. That was not the case with the mainframe because everybody had a different mainframe, different languages, etc. So that was great to find out, and we have been starting to do rules that are outside the necessary things. So customers came to us and said, "Oh, can you do this or can you do that?" Just to get rid of the technical debt, make the code more maintainable, make the code secure, make it stable, and things like that. So we developed over time the rules, but identifying that we had something great was already after 2-3 years. The interesting thing and what on the patents is that it helped us always to lead the way. With the challenging questions from the patent lawyers to even come up with a patent and to be different, it helped our thought process and made it possible to do what we have done in the design of the software that we have written. We started with simple rules that exchange technical source code. We then elaborated that we could also do some analysis better than others because we have a lot more knowledge about the source code. We have a patent on dependency analysis, for example. We see how files and objects are dependent on each other. We can go with an entry point and we can completely go down to the level where a field is going to be written into the database. We can follow that with data flow and call flow diagrams, etc. And that sets us up in the future for the next generation, when we talk clean core, this is knowledge that you need. And this is not available when you do a find and replace. It cannot be, right? Because you don't have all the connections. We have now done the first, just to give you an order of magnitude, the first dependency analysis of our customers that have a decent size of code. These are hundreds of millions of dependencies because calls are going from all over the place. And to sort this, a human brain cannot do this. You need it in a way that you can run queries, that you can look at it, that you can filter things out that are not that important. And that is the power that we have with our tools. smartShift has achieved everything I hoped for and even more. When we started, we had high expectations, but the journey surpassed them in ways I could never have imagined. The most rewarding piece for me was working with incredible people that I have met along the way, the talented colleagues that have joined us, but more thrilling was our customer base. We, as a small company, we worked with world-leading companies and enterprises that faced unusual challenges, and we could fix it. That is what makes me really proud of what we have achieved. And looking forward into the future with new technologies that are arising, we have a lot more ideas that we can elaborate to help companies to save their current assets where their strategic business processes are written that are not somehow written in standard software, and we can move them into the future.
The Sandbox Video Podcast was brought to you by smartShift, the global leader in intelligent automation for SAP transformations.